Hi guys, this is Chet here from Avion Technology here in the Chicagoland area. We are a digital agency that works with other digital agencies and a lot of other small businesses. So we get an opportunity to talk to a lot of CEOs and small business owners, agency owners. So today's topic is how to deal with irate clients. So before we get into that, I'm going to actually talk to you about Pareto distribution. Absolutely cliched, you've probably heard it a lot of times, right? 80% of outcomes have their source in 20% of the causes, right? So if you have like 80% of your problems will be caused by 20% of your clients, or 80% of your sales will be brought by 20% of the salespeople. We've all heard about Pareto. What we've not heard is about super Pareto, right? So if you actually use the Pareto distribution and kind of distill it even more, you will see that there's actually not 80-20, but it's 50 to 1, right? So 50% of your problems are caused because of one thing. 50% of your sales are brought by 1% of the salespeople. So today I'm going to talk about problems, right? I'm going to talk about super Pareto. So more often than not, chances are that 50% of your HR problems are caused because of 1% of employees, right? So typically also 50% of your business problems are caused by 1% of the clients, right? So how do you deal with those? First of all, we have client satisfaction. We have things like customer delight, but at the same time, and I've repeated this time and again, not every client is a perfect client, right? There are some clients who will give you a lot of business, who will give you a lot of margins, and there'll be some clients who will actually cause you a lot of headaches, and in fact they are usually clients who can never be satisfied. So those are the clients you have to take a look at and see every year, review it, whether you actually want those clients, right? Because you're spending so much time on that. So how do you get to that process where you decide to fire a client, right? So first of all, you identify who those clients are, number one. Number two, you use active listening, right? You go on a call with them and go without an agenda, just go on a call where you're listening, right? That's actually an art that I think is lost now. Nobody listens anymore, right? We just wait till we can speak again, right? So no one listens to the other person, lets it, kind of swirl in our head and then speak. Most often we just take a pause between like speaking to the other person. So first is go on a call or meet him in person and do active listening. Second is the concept of a shirt. This is actually a concept that I heard recently and it's influenced me a lot. I heard it from a person who was in the police, and he was actually a hostage negotiator. And as you know, hostage negotiation is actually one of the most kind of critical jobs in the world, right? Because they absolutely need a phenomenal success rate, right? For them, any failure is usually catastrophic, right? So he told me that the way he does hostage negotiation is by empathy, right? And what do you mean by empathy? He said everyone is wearing a shirt. So try to see what that shirt says, right? So when you have an irate client, when he's shouting, he's wearing a shirt which says something, I do not have a budget. Or he's saying a shirt which says that my business is struggling and I'm looking at this website as like the last resort to help get my business out of the doldrums it's at. Or he's wearing a shirt which says, I have no clue, but I really need help. So try to see what shirt the other person is wearing. And this is not just for business. I think this is for everything in life. Everyone is wearing a shirt. Try to figure out what that shirt says, and you will uncover where that person is coming from. Not that it makes the world all butterflies and rainbows, but at least you understand the causes instead of just looking at the symptoms, right? So once you've done the active listening, once you've identified what shirt that person is wearing, then come up with what I call creative solutions, right? So on this call, you do not need to tell the client a solution, right? Usually what you want to do is just take notes and then tell the client that you will get back to him or her, and go back home and just think of some kind of, it's a cliched word, it's called win-win, but I don't say win-win, I usually say that it's a creative solution, right? Where everyone walks away from the table with a smile on their faces, right? But one of the things that you got to revisit is how much time and attention. So hostage negotiation is great if you're in the police, right? But if you're a small business owner, you do not want to be doing hostage negotiation every day, right? So revisit whether you want this client and you want this profile of clients, or you want to work with clients who are giving you good money, who are reasonable, and who are giving you the incentive to put 100%, right? The one thing that I've seen which kind of augurs for successful outcomes is actually a sense of reasonableness on both sides of the table. So if your clients are reasonable, that's it. Think of that as an asset, because then you can have these conversations with them, right? There's usually a couple of things that I ask for in clients. The first is that give us a 3-month time period to match our deliverables with your expectations. Right? I cannot be dropped into a project and then immediately expected to deliver like in the first week, right? Give me a 1 month time frame, 2 month time frame, but give me some amount of time so that I can start delivering to your expectations. Number one. Number two is payment, right? Don't delay my payments, because it's not for me, it's for my employees, right? So if you want good outcomes, then my employees need to be paid, and paid on time, so that they can continue to deliver. But I think if you do a couple of these things, 99% of the problems in your business will go away. You'll only be left with one problem, right? Which is how to grow your business, and that's what we will be talking about at our next series. Thank you so much. This is Chet here from Avion Technology. If you need a website or an app, give us a shout. We're in the Chicagoland area, and I'd love to talk to you.